Good afternoon, microfollowers. Wanted to take a few minutes to let you in on some cool news about my silkies. In the other video that I posted, I mentioned that I had a hen that was sitting for, at that time, was 11 days, and she hadn't come out. And so I was pretty sure she was broody, and so I checked her, and unfortunately, there are no eggs under her. None. So I decided that I was going to take advantage of her being broody, and I stole some eggs from the rest of my girls to put underneath of her. Now my focus right now, you can't really tell, here we'll do this one, is the Australorp, the black Australorp, because my rooster is a black Australorp. So I would like to go ahead and get me a couple more Australorps in the clutch. Obviously, the whole reason of breeding is to stock up the kin more. But, like I said, if I've got outside... Good morning, Carol. Hi, beautiful girl. If I've got roosters, I'll be processing those, and hens I'll be keeping. Good morning, beautiful girl. Hi, ladies. How you doing this morning, huh? Hi. The girls are so curious. She got that weird square thing again. There's my other Australorp. I know that I've got fertile Australorp eggs because you can tell on the back of her head, right behind her comb, she's missing some feathers. That's from breeding. Mr. Man over there, Austin, he's a wonderful rooster so far, probably because he hasn't hit puberty, but we'll talk about that later. This is a leghorn mix, the white one back here, and they're excellent for layers, but they're loud. She's the one who sings the egg song every time somebody's doing their thing. Carol, I do believe, is a sapphire. I thought at first when I got her that she might be a lavender Orpington. She was a rescue, was found in a city nearby on Carroll Street, so we named her Carol. She's so pretty. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Gretchen? Gretchen's my mommy from last year. She's actually the mother to that barred rock and those two over there. Oh, and the one that just pecked me in the butt. So, Gretchen and Fifi hatched out some eggs. Yeah, hi. Good morning. Good morning. So what I'm going to do this morning is the hen that's been sitting, she is actually out feeding. I just put feed down, some corn on the ground, and so she is out pecking around. So I'm going to check in the girls' laying box and see if there's any eggs, because I know that one of my Australorps just came out of there. So I'm going to check to see if there's any eggs in there. We're going to snatch them up and take them over and put them in the Silkies box. Let's do that. So I'm looking in there. I got Mary Margaret. She was one of my hatches from last year when Gretchen and Fifi went broody. I don't know if Mary Margaret's going to give me a hard time or not. I've got a mix, Kelly, and she's pretty aggressive when it comes to people getting into the box when she's sitting. So let's see if she's gonna let me in there. Sorry, sweetie. Yes, so I know that this darker brown one is an Australorp egg. They're nice and warm. I'm gonna shove those in my pocket, give her her box back. We're going to head over to the Silkies enclosure. Okay, so now we're over onto the Silkies side. They are separated from the rest of them because they're such a smaller breed. I didn't want any picking or bullying going on. And because she's been sitting, this one right here in the front, she has, up until yesterday, has not been named. And my mother and my grandparents, the older generations in the family, used to have this term called fertile myrtle. And because she is my first Silkie to go broody, I have decided to name her Mertile. So, just for the sake of influence, I put an extra box inside the coop for Fifi in case she decided to follow suit And of course, for precautionary measures, I have separated Beaker. Poor guy, he don't know what to think. He's going to spend the next 21 days in a cage, but he'll be all right. So let's go dig in here and see if we've got anything going on in Fifi's little box and check on the ones that we put in Myrtle's yesterday. It was really cool because yesterday Myrtle was in there. She was sitting. I brought eggs. She immediately picked them up and slid them underneath of her. So that was very cool. So I've got the 2 in my pocket from the other box. I really hope I just didn't jack up my recording because I'm moving my phone everywhere. So let's switch hands here. And we're going to go ahead and put those right in there. I'm not sure who all those eggs belong to be honest with you. So at this point, we have 6, 7, 8 eggs that we're putting down for Myrtle. Now, let's go ahead and slide this off the top here. I'm going to move this. See if we got anything going on in Fifi's box. And it's looking like a negative. So, we've just got Myrtle's over there in the corner. And Fifi's still empty over here in this corner, but that's okay. We're going to give her some time. Today, I'll be collecting eggs from the other girls and bringing them over and stocking them up in Myrtle's little bundle that she's got going over there. And hopefully, I can have my first experience with silkies hatching out naturally rather than an incubator, which technically I can't say that because Fifi hatched out last year, but we didn't have the enclosure up or anything like that, so we actually had them in the maternity hutch where I had the grow outs, the rabbit grow outs, and it was in the back of the 2nd acre, so it was kind of a pain in the butt. We didn't really get a whole lot of opportunities to enjoy the hatching and spending time with the chicks because they were so far back in the property. So I'm really hoping that that Myrtle will pull through for us. And once we get more of this snow melted down, like I said, there's a separation between the rest of the flock and the Silkie. So after we get the snow melted down a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and put some kind of skirting or barrier around the bottom. That way the chicks don't get through the chicken wire. So that's the latest super cool update on the Silkies. I really, really hope, so send me your prayers and good vibes that we can have Myrtle hatching out a good bit to get the chicken operation started this year. It would be a great way to start spring. Everybody's had super duper rough year and a half, so we are really pushing for some good things to happen at Mission to Micro Farm. On that note, it's not completely finished, but we've got the majority of the roof up, so clear over across the back we've got covered, and then of course above the rabbits you can't see because I'm in the Silkie side, but so yeah, I'm super stoked about finally having some kind of roofing in the enclosure, and just with the little bit of roofing that has been done has made things so much easier. So we are off to a good start. So that's my latest update. Thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It keeps me motivated to keep going. Everybody deserves a little bit of support when they're doing what they love, and I've got a dream when it comes to this micro farm, so it means the world to me that you guys are rooting me on and in my corner. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, and keep following, because I'm really, really hoping that we're going to have just this outburst of crazy spring. We've got chicks in there that are getting sat on. We've got Widow who's finally been bred, so we're going to have rabbit babies. We are really, really hoping that things are going to go well for Mission to Micro Farming this year. I'm hoping this is our year to make things happen. Thanks for watching, everybody. I love you guys. Have a great one.